Hey, Facebook. My name is Steve Sanderson, president of Veterans in Politics International. And I'm here tonight to talk to you about the Nevada Judicial Selection Committee. And I know a lot of people are on the fence between appointing judges and electing judges. Some people try to get me to be convinced to do the Missouri plan, meaning you appoint them and then the people elect them for retention. But I used to have a lot of faith in the Nevada Judicial Selection Committee because I know how hard it is for applicants that are attorneys to fill out those applications and go through background checks and be scrutinized by a body of the Nevada Judicial Selection Committee. Some are appointed by the governor. Some are appointed by the state bar. And the Nevada Supreme Court actually chairs this committee. And what they do is they interview applicants and send names to the governor, and the governor picks a person to fill a vacancy. But I have discovered that the Nevada Judicial Selection Committee have been violating the Nevada state constitution for years. And nobody batted an eye. Nobody said anything about it. Maybe because they don't know. And, I didn't know myself until I started doing some research. Recently, this year, there was one applicant sent to the governor, and her name is Tina Tillum. She filled a vacancy not too long ago, and she was the only applicant to go before the Nevada Judicial Selection Committee. And instead of the Nevada Judicial Selection Committee wait for more applicants to file or extend the deadline, they immediately send that one name to the governor. Now, I'm upset by this because it's unconstitutional, okay? And I've done some research. I reached out to Peter Guzman, who sits on the Nevada Judicial Selection Committee. He in turn pointed me over to talk to the vice chairman of the Nevada Judicial Selection Committee. And his name is Gregory Kramer, who's the vice chair. Now, Gregory Kramer is an attorney. And Gregory Kramer told me that they have a rule. It's rule, let me see here. It's rule NRS 1.400 is the rule that he said that he used to send this one applicant to the governor's office for approval to get a job as the 8th Judicial District Court judge. That's a big deal, right? Being a district court judge should be a big deal. Judges impact your life immediately on a very, very personal level. And the reason why I'm bringing this to your attention, folks, is because that judge was unconstitutional appointed. And the reason why I say this is that Gregory Kramer admitted to me that they have sent less than 3 names to the governor. They have sent less than 3 names in 2002, 2010, twice in 2012, 2018, and 2022. Now, I want to read to you what the Constitution says. Under the Nevada Constitution, Article 6, Section 20, the Nevada Judicial Selection Commission is required, big word, required to submit at least 3 nominees to the governor when a judicial vacancy arises. 3 nominees, not 1 nominee, not 2 nominees, but 3 nominees. The governor then selects one of the nominees to fill the vacancy. This process ensures that the governor has multiple qualified options while maintaining the integrity and impartiality of the judicial selection process. If fewer than 3 applicants are deemed qualified, the commissioner may request additional applications or take measures to meet the requirements. Take measures to reach the requirements. And the requirement is 3. Okay? Now, Gregory Kramer says there's a rule, NRS 1.400, which requires them to do whatever the fuck they want. Basically, if they want to send 1 name, they want to send 2 names, they don't have to send 3 names. But under the Constitution, it says, Article 6, Section 20, it says you have to send 3 names. Okay? Now, people might say, hey, that rule could be amended. But let me read you something. No rule, and I'm going to say this again, no rule created by the Nevada Judicial Selection Commission cannot override the Nevada Constitution. I'm going to say it again. No rule created by the Nevada Judicial Selection Commission cannot override the Nevada Constitution. And then it continues. The Constitution is the supreme law of the state, and all rules, statutes, and policies must conform to it. If there is a conflict between a commission rule and the Nevada Constitution, the constitutional provision prevails. Okay? I'm sure you know what that means. For example, if the Nevada Constitution requires the commission to send at least 3 nominees to the governor, as stated in Article 6, Section 20, any rule by the commission that alters or limits this requirement would likely be invalid. In such a case, a court could strike down the commission rule for being unconstitutional. In situations of conflicts, individuals or entities can challenge such rules in court to ensure they align with the constitutional provision. The judiciary interprets the constitutionality of actions taken by commissions or other state bodies. So this has been going on for years. The Nevada Judicial Selection Commission has been violating the Constitution for years, and we have not done anything about it. We haven't challenged it. We haven't done anything. Now, how to amend the Constitution. Here we go. Let me give you some education on this one. The Nevada Constitution can be amended through the following process: legislative proposals and voter approval. The Nevada legislature must approve a proposed constitutional amendment in 2 consecutive sessions by a majority vote in both the state assembly and the Senate. Meaning we have lawmakers that go to Carson City to do this. We can't do it on our own. That's why we send assembly people and state senators to Carson City for such actions. Now, why does the Nevada Judicial Selection Commission think that they could just write a rule and everybody's supposed to follow it? That's unconstitutional. After passing the legislature twice, the amendment is placed on the ballot for approval by Nevada voters in a general election. That means we, the voters, have a say. We have a say. If a majority of the voters approve the amendment, it becomes part of the Nevada Constitution. So we are the ones that say, hey, it could be less than 3 names. We have to say that. And there is nothing. There is no proposal. There is no amendment. There's no bill draft request. There is nothing that was sent up to any state assemblyman, state senators, to amend the Constitution that says you could send less than 3 names to the governor to fill a vacancy in district court or the Supreme Court or the appellate court. There's nothing that says that the Nevada Judicial Selection Committee has this authority. They made up this damn rule, and they want all of us to follow suit and turn a blind eye and a deaf ear to this bullshit. Citizens initiated constitutional amendment. Citizens can propose an amendment by gathering signatures equal to at least 10% of the total votes cast in the previous general election. That means we could go get signatures to amend the Constitution. None of that has happened. The purpose of the amendment must then be approved by voters in 2 consecutive general elections. Not 1, but 2. So we, the voters, have to approve it not once, but twice. If a majority of voters approve the measure in both elections, it becomes part of the Constitution. Constitutional Convention. The Nevada legislature may propose a constitutional convention if approved by the majority of voters in a statewide referendum. A convention is held to propose amendments or the entirely new Constitution. Amendments or changes proposed by the convention would then require voter approval in a subsequent election. Any amendment proposed ultimately requires voter approval to take effect. These procedures are detailed in Article 16 of the Nevada Constitution. So basically, folks, here it is. Here it is. The Nevada Constitution says in Article 6, Section 20, says that Nevada Judicial Selection Commission must send 3 applicants' names to the governor for approval to fill a vacancy on the district court bench, the appellate court bench, or the Supreme Court bench. Must. They have been violating the law. They violated in 2002, in 2010, twice in 2012, once in 2018, in 2022, and now in 2024. In order for them to send less than 3 names, It has to be in our Nevada Constitution. And if they don't like the Nevada Constitution, they have to amend it with the Assembly and the State Senate. They have to amend it. They haven't done anything like that. And then it has to go on a ballot for us to approve it, for us, the voters, to vote on it, to amend that Constitution, to say, yes, Judicial Selection Committee, you could send less than 3 names to the governor. That has not happened. There has been no signature gathering. There has been no vote on this. It was never taken up in the Assembly or the Senate. But the Nevada Judicial Selection Commission just decide on their own, arbitrarily, to write a rule. And we must follow it. But that's not how it goes. For every person they send to the governor that has less than 3 applicants, it's unconstitutional. For that, I am asking, demanding the resignation of Gregory Kramer, the vice chairman, because apparently he doesn't even know how to read the Constitution, probably don't even know what the Constitution means. And you know something, folks? If we allow these things to continue to happen, where does it stop, man? Where does it stop? If I could go ahead and I could talk everybody out of placing an application for a particular department and only have one person place that application, and then the Judicial Selection Committee follows suit and sends one name to the governor, and that one person becomes a judge? How is that fair? How is that right? That is completely wrong, is ludicrous. And if I was that only applicant that was sent to the governor because nobody else wanted to go for that seat, or maybe a whole bunch of attorneys got talked out of or threatened not to put their application in for that seat. And you know what? That is some bullshit right there. And the fix is in. The fix is in. The Nevada Judicial Selection Commission needs an investigation into this matter. And please, look up everything I said. Look it all up. And then reach out to people that can make changes and that could go ahead and enforce these laws, because this is bullshit. This is wrong. This is not fair. This is illegal. And we need to do something about it. Again, I'm asking for an investigation into the Nevada Judicial Selection Commission. And I'm also asking for the resignation of Gregory Kramer, the vice chairman of the Nevada Judicial Selection Commission. Because I guarantee you this, folks. After you read our Constitution for Article 6, Section 20, you will agree with me that every single name that's less than 3 that this commission has sent up to the governor to sit on our bench is unconstitutional. Let's do something about it. Let's start with this. This is Steve Sanson, president of Veterans in Politics International. And please, there is no rule that trumps or overrides our Constitution. No rule. Please, let's do something about it. Thank you for your time.